Good morning. It is a very dreary and rainy day in Sydney today. I didn't really feel like working out of the clay studio, so I decided to go down and grab my clay and my tools and come home, and I'm just going to work out of my home studio today. I typically have this set aside for my painting, but I've cleared all that away and I'm going to sculpt here. I don't know if you saw in my previous videos where I created this little object head character, so I replaced the head with a pile of books. And so I really enjoyed doing that, and I've decided to make a little series of them. I've already made 2 of them, which I'll show you in a sec, and today I'm going to work on the 3rd and maybe the 4th, depending how quickly I move and how wet the clay is and stuff. But this is going to be a super chill video, just a cozy, making cute little characters kind of day. These are the 2 I've made so far, and I absolutely adore them. We've got teacup head over here with a very thick and long scarf, and then flower head over here. And I absolutely love the giant bow tie that I've given her. They kind of remind me of a leaf shape as well. For this one, I'm thinking to do a mushroom head. I have done a large scale version mushroom head before with more detail, but I'd like to do another one and maybe make it a different style of mushroom this time. I'd also like to redo the books. So I have previously made the books and it was quite a small version, whereas these ones are a little bit larger, and I'd like to maybe add a little bit more detail that I didn't think to add in the previous version of it. And then I was thinking for a 3rd one, maybe an old camera, but I will see how I go with that because cameras can be kind of intricate to make, I guess, so we'll see. I just threw my paintbrush on the ground. Okay. So I'm really just kind of trying to carve out the general arm shape at the moment and to get them looking more like they are human shaped rather than just blobs of clay. I like that each one has a little bit of a difference to them, so I'm going for the general same shape, but they're not all exactly the same. The clay is still very, very wet, so it's a little bit difficult to work with at this point. I'm just trying to get the general shape, and then once it's dried out a little bit, I can shape it a little bit nicer. I'll be able to smoothen out the edges on the bottom as well and make it sit nice and flat. Now that I have the general shape of the arms that I'm happy with, I need to do the neck. So I'm just using some of the clay that I cut off from when I was carving out the arms, and I'm going to create a neck-like shape with that. Right now I'm not worried if it's too tall because I can always just carve some off if I need to. So because the clay is still so wet, I'm just going to score it, but I'm not going to worry about adding any slip because it doesn't need any more moisture. For each piece, I'm trying to do something different around their neck. So for the teacup, I had a large scarf, and the flower, I had the big bow tie. And then this one, I'm going to do like a ruffled neck because mushrooms typically have a little ruffle on their stem. I think it's called a stem. But yeah, so for this, I'm going to put like a ruffle up around the neck. It has not stopped raining all day. I love rainy days though, especially when I'm in my studio and I get to sit here creating and just looking out into my backyard and the rain's falling down. There's something very calming about it. So I'm just going to use my paintbrush to kind of shape some waviness so that it's not just like a completely flat mushroom. I want it to have a little bit of pizzazz. So I think I've got a general shape. Because it's so wet, like I said before, it needs time to dry a little bit before I can properly shape it. I'm definitely going to be putting on a taller neck, so I need to do that now. It's way too tall, so I'm going to cut some off. I just need to work out how much I would need to cut off, so I'll do a little bit at a time. Okay, I think I am happy with the length of the neck. I feel like it gives enough height that you can tell it's hopefully a mushroom. I'm going to attach this to the neck now, and then I'm pretty much done for the day. I'm going to have to leave it to start drying out at least for a few days before I can even start doing anything with it. I'm actually going to apply slip to this one because I do want it to be a really good attachment. Okay. I didn't realize that my camera stopped filming, but all I did was add more frills around the neck and some waves on the actual mushroom. There's not much more I can do on this piece now. I have to wait for it to dry a little bit before I can do some cleanup, but it's pretty much done. This is how she's currently looking. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I love the frills around the neck. I also made the book one off camera just to speed things up for myself. I ended up putting as the collar some pages around the outside. These 4 pieces will be available for purchase on my website in around 4 weeks. If you would like first access to these and to be notified of when they are available, please feel free to sign up to my newsletter. I will leave a link down in the description. For now though, I'll say goodbye. I hope you have an amazing week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.